I'm going to work a couple of problems so we can walk through filling in the table together so you can see how it's done. So I just drew myself a blank grid here, just like in the examples. And I'm going to read number 1. I'm on page 201 now. Number 1. Julie can clean the windows of a house in 3 hours. Her brother John can clean the windows in 6 hours. Again, what is it with the women working faster than the dudes? I have no idea. How long will it take if they work together? So, we are going to put Julie here, because these are my two people, and her brother John. And how fast can they do it together? So over here we're going to put the hours needed. I'm just going to needed. And then over here, down here I'm going to put part completed in 1 hour. So how long, in 1 hour, how much could they complete? So here in this example, we are cleaning windows. Julie can clean the windows of this house in 3 hours. John can clean them in 6 hours. Together, how long does it take? Well, it's not 3 plus 6. That would be 9 hours, and that would take a ridiculously long time for them to clean it together. It should actually take them less time to clean it together. So we can use X, we can use N, we could use Y, it doesn't matter. So in this example, let's use X. We don't know how long it takes them to clean all the windows together. Okay, so remember, we're just going to say, well, how long in 1 hour, or how many windows on the house in 1 hour can Julie clean? Well, she can clean a third of them in 1 hour. So remember, we're just taking this number and sticking it in the denominator and putting a 1 on top. And for John, same thing. 6, we're going to put in the denominator and the 1 on top. John can clean a sixth of the windows of the house in 1 hour. And together, they can clean 1 over X in 1 hour. I don't know how many that is. We will find out. So all we're going to do is set up the equation. Julie plus John equals together. So I'm going to write it out. 1/3 plus 1/6 equals 1 over X. Julie plus John equals together. Now we got to find the least common multiple. Well, between 6 and 3, the least common multiple, and X, 6 and 3 and X, the least common multiple is 12. 12 is the smallest number that both 3 and 6 can divide into, and of course we have to include the X or he'll be sad. So everybody gets multiplied by 12X in the numerator. 12X. Then I can just multiply it out. So I'm just going to say 12x times 1, 12x times 1, 12x times 1, and then leave the denominators the same. 12x over 3 plus 12x over 6 equals 12x over x. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and do the math and cross out beforehand, but I'm just doing it this way so you can see how I'm getting these answers. So now I can go ahead and divide. 12 divided by 3. That's 4, and I bring the x down. 12 divided by 6, that's 2, and I bring the x down, equals, well, there's no number to divide, but there is an x over an x. X over x is 1, so I just get 12. So that is my goal every time I do this, is to get rid of the pesky denominators, right? So now I have this beautiful problem, so I can add 4x plus 2x equals 12. So I get 6x equals 12. Because 6 is multiplying by x, I'm going to undo that multiplication with division on both sides. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so I'm left with x equals 12 divided by 6, which is 2 hours. So together, if they wash the windows of this house, it would take them 2 hours. And that's how you set up that problem. Oh, sorry about that. Couldn't get my mouse to move.